Welcome back to Views with Hughes, your Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and today was the Q2 earnings call from Disney. And guess what happened during the call? The stock dropped. Okay, so it did pick back up by a little bit, about $1. Okay, and yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. So before the call started, right now, as you can see, it's at $105.39 a share. Okay. Earlier in the year, it was around like $125 leading up to the shareholder vote between Nelson Peltz and Bob Iger. Now, during that vote call, whenever they saw that, the people were going to keep their board seats and stuff under Bob Iger, well, let's just say the Disney stock started tanking after that. Okay. But now we see here today that it's down to $105.39 a share because, well, a lot of people watching it, and guess what? They weren't really having it at all because they could just simply see right through Bob Iger and everything, okay? So if you're someone who owns shares in Disney, or you might know somebody who owns shares in Disney, the last few years has been like really bad for y'all, okay? Actually, they've been a total disaster. Now, whether it was 2022 or 2023 or not even 2024, after Bob Iger and the rest of the Disney team convinced shareholders and some investors that sticking with the same leadership was the best way forward. But unfortunately, things haven't improved. Now, fast forward to today, the first earnings report since then, and it's more bad news for Bob Iger and Disney. And just today, Disney's stock dropped a whopping 10%. Make sure you look at today's numbers I've shown you. It's down by about 9.86%, which is over $11 a share. And to give you some perspective, it closed yesterday at about $117 a share. But as soon as earnings called revealed what was going on, the stock price took a massive hit. Now, Bob Iger was actually trying to make things sound good, but in reality, Disney didn't spend much money or make a lot of new stuff, so they nearly made a profit last quarter. But Disney and Bob Iger had to tell investors that things get worse before they get better. So this is where he's leading into the fact that Bob Iger basically said that Q3 is going to be worse. All right, and this caused Disney's shares to drop about almost 10%. And Bob Iger also said they'll make fewer Marvel movies each year, between 2 to 3 movies, focusing more on making them better. We shall see, because the only way that they can get better is if they stick to the entertaining people, as well as removing all political messaging from the plans, okay? But for years, people didn't want to admit that Marvel had problems, okay? They defended Marvel no matter what, but then Marvel started making a lot of movies that failed, and one after another. Now, Bob Iger is saying that they need to focus on quality over quantity and making fewer Marvel movies each year. Bob Iger also explained that they'll make at least 3 Marvel movies per year. Well, at most, that's the maximum, he stated. And he said that they're moving away from trying to make a lot of movies just to have more, and instead they'll focus on making each movie better. And apparently he said this also about Marvel movies. But what exactly does this mean for Marvel's upcoming slate? Okay, what exactly does this mean for them? Well, for Marvel's upcoming movies and shows, they're planning to slow things down a bit, at least according to Bob Iger. And instead of 4 TV series a year, they'll probably have just 2. And for movies, they're going to go ahead and reduce the number from a 4-year to 2-year, or maybe 3 at most. And Bob Iger also said that we're really looking forward to the upcoming Avengers movies and stuff, and I'm sure everyone else too. No, especially with the new characters joining the team. All right. And regarding Bob Iger's comments on streaming and profitability, Disney's shares dropped by 10% after the company warned that next quarter might not be as strong. As a matter of fact, maybe worse. Okay, and this is especially true for streaming, with Disney Plus subscriptions expected to level off in the near future. So, according to him, they got a lot more subscribers this quarter, which may sound good, but let's just break it down. First, they teamed up with Hulu, which probably got more people to sign up for Disney Plus at a lower price. Then they introduced a cheaper $7.99 tier with ads, and which also attracted some new subscribers. And don't forget about the deal that they made with Charter Cable. Remember the fight that they had 6 months ago that I also reported on that then? Well, apparently they settled for it, and now some cable customers can get Disney Plus for free. But a bunch of folks figured out that what was really going on, judging by how the stock market reacted. Even though Disney was saying that they would start making more money, the warnings they had to give out suggest that things are not going smoothly that they're claiming in the future. And just in one day, a big chunk of progress that they've made in the last few months against Nelson Peltz's challenges disappeared. But like magic, about $20 billion of Disney's and Bob Iger's market value has vanished. Bob Iger's and Disney's message is clear. They're still facing some serious challenges. And when you look at Disney, it's clear that they've had some problems. Now, Bob Iger and Disney is saying that they'll make changes, but a lot of folks, myself included, are not convinced. Now, Bob Iger and their former CEO talk about cutting back and saving money, but until we see actual changes in the movies and shows, it's actually hard to believe. You know, really hard to believe. And maybe movies like Deadpool and Wolverine will make money, but until Disney and Bob Iger shows would not just trying to push certain ideas and are just, you know, really focus on entertaining us, it's hard to say if things are going to really get better. Bob Iger is the reason why Disney's lost over $159 billion in value, okay? Because of the fact that they decided to go ahead and put political ideology and messaging in different movies and shows, okay? And a lot of people didn't want that. And let's not forget, Bob Iger forgot who the core customers are, and it's the parents, okay? So this is what happens when you decide to go, whoa, you're going broke. Except Disney is actually going downward slower than most other companies and stuff. And with that being said, I mean, like I said before, these you know, big company investors like BlackRock and Vanguard and everything, and even JP Morgan Chase, they better be careful because of the fact that they're going to lose money. Okay, they're going to lose money, much more money and stuff than what they put into if they continue to go ahead and stick with Disney, as well as praise them for their failed attempts for entertainment. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Do you think that the value of the Disney stock is going to fall lower, or is it going to go ahead and rebound? Okay, what do you think that Disney what changes that they should make and stuff? Because Bob Iger, he's not good at making the proper decisions and stuff, especially when it comes to putting out their different content. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to smash the like button, share this video far and wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already, and you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, so that way you're notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.